and welcome to beautiful Miami, Florida for Clash of the Champions, Miami Mayhem. We thank you so much for joining us here, live on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel. We have a great show lined for you today. Let's get right to it. We're going to start things off with the U.S. Tag Team Title match. Don't go away. We'll be right back. We are beginning things here with the U.S. Tag Team Championship. Former champions, the Midnight Express, making their way to the ring, of course, with Jim Cornette in their corner.
Introducing the challengers, accompanied by Jim Corey Lex, at a combined weight of 473 pounds.
And beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan, the former U.S. Tag Team Champions, getting their opportunity at the new U.S. Tag Team Champions, of course, the Varsity Club, with that big upset victory over the Superpowers just 2 weeks ago.
And introducing the champions, at a combined weight of 562 pounds, they are the United States Tag Team Champions, the Varsity Club.
So the Varsity Club, of course, we will see another team of the Varsity Club later on tonight when they challenge for the World Tag Team Championships. But we are hearing stories, rumblings. We'll have to get more facts later on in the show. But we are hearing that Kevin Sullivan will not be competing in that match tonight, and that in fact he is going to trust Rick Steiner and his choice of a new Varsity Club member. We will find out who that is tonight. But whatever loose ends between the Varsity Club seem to have been tidied up, if you will. And two of the most dominant tag teams in the NWA are members of the Varsity Club. And that is what we're fighting for here, the Midnight Express. They have Jim Cornette in their corner. Of course, they lost the U.S. Tag Team Championships to the Superpowers, and Jim Cornette was barred from ringside. And there's the bell. Dr. Death starting off things with Sweet Stan Lane. And now Doc has Lane, drags him to his corner, rams him head first to the top turnbuckle. And Lane, I think Lane's been busted open, and this match is less than 30 seconds old. Lane has been busted open right above the right eye. Look at that blood trickle down. Lane in control. Snapmare takes down Dr. Death to the floor. But this match has started off. Oh, and a dive through the ropes by Stan Lane. Catches Dr. Death. Oh, look at that. Lane has been busted open bad. And this match just beginning. And Dr. Death going after Cornette. Look at that. Takes down Cornette at ringside. Maybe Dr. Death felt that Cornette was going to interfere in the match at some point. Dr. Death, come on! He's a manager, for crying out loud! Dr. Death suplexes Cornette to the floor! Cornette, though, bounces up like the man that he is. You may not like him, you may not love him, you may hate him, but you have to respect Jim Cornette. He bounced right back up from that suplex on the concrete floor. And gotta love when the AI does this on their own. And Dr. Death, beautiful belly to back suplex, up and over goes Lane. Lane desperately needs to make a tag. He may not even have a chance. Dr. Death goes for the cover. This may be all. The champions retain two. And a kick out of two by Lane. Lane needs to make a tag. He is in a world of trouble. Lane trying to fight back. Now's his chance. Has Dr. Death reeling. Collar and elbow tie-up. Now Lane with a backbreaker on Dr. Death, and down goes Williams. And now's the time to make the tag. No! Lane showboating to the crowd here in Miami. This is a bit of a homecoming for Stan Lane. Dr. Death makes the tag. And Lane charges, but Rotunda with a reversal clothesline from behind. And Sweet Stan Lane just wasted an opportunity to tag out. And now Rotunda doing the same thing Lane is. And Lane does make the tag, and here comes Beautiful Bobby. And a beautiful Russian leg sweep by Mike Rotunda takes down Beautiful Bobby, and now Rotunda working the arm. And the Varsity Club looking crisp thus far in the early going here of this U.S. Tag Team Title match. We thank you so much for joining us here live on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel. A beautiful suplex by Rotunda takes Eaton up and over. But Eaton sweeps the leg. Beautiful Bobby now back in control, and he's climbing up top. His second home on that top rope. Perched high and nails a double axe handle down across the back of Captain Mike Rotunda. Goes for the cover. Will we have new champions? One. And a kick out at one by Rotunda. Of course, we have a great show lined up for you today. The World TV title will be on the line when Sting defends against Al Perez. And Rotunda back in control. Guillotines Beautiful Bobby on the top rope and goes for the cover. Kick out at one by Beautiful Bobby. We mentioned the Varsity Club will get that World Tag Team title opportunity, but we don't know who Rick Steiner's partner will be. Beautiful Bobby makes a tag. Here comes Sweet Stan. Stan back into the ring, and a beautiful neck suplex by Captain Mike takes Lane up and over. The Midnight Express are not looking crisp in the early going, and a knee to the head does not help the cause for Sweet Stan. And a big forearm uppercut takes down Lane. Rotunda makes a tag, and we are seeing more frequent tags from the Varsity Club than we are from the Midnight Express, which is something that we're used to seeing from the Midnight Express. And those series of red hands busted open Lane even more. Stan Lane gushing blood, but he runs, charges, and takes down Dr. Death with a clothesline. Nicely done by Sweet Stan. And now Lane with Dr. Death. Pile driver spiked down to the mat. Will that be enough to put away Dr. Death? Lane hooks a leg. Will we have new champions? 1, 2, and 3! The Midnight Express have won the U.S. Tag Team Championship here at Clash of the Champions Miami Mayhem. Here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. But the Midnight Express, who never got that rematch against the Superpowers, have defeated the Varsity Club. And man, I'll tell you, don't look now, but the U.S. Tag Team Championship is changing hands like a hot potato. And there's the move that put away Dr. Death, the pile driver. And looking at the replay, watch this. Oh yeah, Williams' head crashes into the mat, and he doesn't even move after that maneuver. I don't think Rotunda thought Lane hit that pile driver with all of it, but he did. And I think that's why Rotunda didn't try to make the save. And there they are, the new U.S. Tag Team Champions, Beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan, the Midnight Express. Fans, don't go away. We have a great one-on-one match coming up next when the Russian Nightmare Nikita Koloff takes on Larry Zbyszko. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. And welcome back to Clash of the Champions. And this next one-on-one matchup,
the following contest is
an interesting one.
One fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Gary Hart from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 264 pounds, the living legend, Larry Z.
Larry Zbyszko making his way to the ring. Of course, Gary Hart in his corner. And we will see Gary Hart later on this evening as he manages Al Perez in an attempt to win the NWA World Television title. And Larry Zbyszko in the ring awaiting his opponent, the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff. Let's head back to the ring announcer.
And his opponent from Russia, weighing in at 274 pounds, Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff.
And Nikita Koloff making his way to the ring. What a rough week and a half it has been for the Russian Nightmare. He, of course, one half of the Superpowers. They lost the United States Tag Team Championship to the Varsity Club, who earlier tonight lost it to the Midnight Express. That was just a week and a half ago. And his U.S. Tag Team partner, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, is the World Heavyweight Champion. We'll see him tonight in our big main event when he defends the NWA World Title against Ric Flair. But Nikita Koloff went from being one half of the U.S. Tag Team Champions to not having anything. And of course, keep in mind, his Uncle Ivan is whispering in his ear that Dusty Rhodes is selfish as he goes for the cover here on Zbyszko, kick out at 1. So Nikita having a rough time. He is... I don't envy him, and I don't envy being in his position. You have your Uncle Ivan trying to instill his opinion. And then, of course, you have your friends, your family at odds with each other, and Nikita kind of in the middle trying to decide what's best for him. And that may or may not bode well for Larry Zbyszko. Zbyszko may be able to capitalize on that distraction, but thus far Nikita Koloff having his way. Goes for the cover again on Zbyszko. Referee in position. Kick out at 1 by Zbyszko. Of course, one thing that Ivan Koloff made mention of is that Dusty Rhodes chose the U.S. Tag Team Championship over the singles title, keeping the World Television title, of course. And that prevented Nikita from going after either the U.S. or World Heavyweight Championship. As Zbyszko climbs the top rope, and a crossbody had Nikita in his sights and nailed him. Did not go for the cover, but that may have taken the wind out of Nikita Koloff. And now Zbyszko drapes Nikita across the top rope. Will that be enough to put away Nikita? That elbow drop to the sternum. Nikita in trouble. Zbyszko staying on top of the Russian Nightmare. Gary Hart at ringside shouting instructions to the living legend. Beautiful belly to back suplex. Down goes Nikita. Zbyszko hooks a leg. Will that be enough? 1, 2, and 3. No! A kick out by Nikita. And Zbyszko can't believe it. Oh, and now a Cobra clutch into... and Nikita made it to the ropes. That was a submission maneuver, but Nikita knew where he was, made it to the ropes. And now Nikita's fired up. But Zbyszko's still in control. Nice suplex by Zbyszko on Nikita. Nikita trying to fight back. Series of right hands. Throws Zbyszko into the turnbuckle. Nikita picks up, scoop slam, down goes Zbyszko. And will that be enough to put away the living legend? Nikita goes for the cover, 1, and a kick out at 1 by Zbyszko. Nikita on that second turnbuckle. But Zbyszko caught him, and now goes for the cover. That may have knocked the wind out of Nikita, 2, and 3! Oh man, Larry Zbyszko sweeping the leg of Nikita Koloff from the second turnbuckle, and that took out the wind of the Russian Nightmare, and Zbyszko capitalizes. Here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. Oh man. Again, I say Nikita is distracted. He has a lot going on, and he needs to make a decision which way he wants to go. He climbed that second turnbuckle and was going to set up either an elbow drop or a knee drop off that second turnbuckle, but Zbyszko caught him. Here it comes. Let's see if the replay shows it. Watch that. Sweeps his Owen. Nikita landed on his lower back. I think it took the wind out of him. And Zbyszko got the count of 3. And your winner, the living legend, Larry Zbyszko.
Living legend, Larry Z.
Fans, we are going to see the World Television Championship on the line next, as Sting defends against Al Perez. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick timeout.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Non-Stop Wrestling Alliance World Television Championship.
And welcome back to Clash of the Champions Miami Mayhem. The World Television title will be on the line, and these two men are no strangers to each other. It was Sting who defeated Al Perez in the tournament final back on April 30th in Philadelphia. And of course, this past week, on Saturday night, in tag team action, it was Sting getting the victory over the Latin heartthrob Al Perez. But that match doesn't matter, that's in the past. And tonight we could be looking at a brand new World Television Champion. So Al Perez making his way to the ring. He, of course, being managed by Gary Hart, who already is 1-0 tonight, as Larry Zbyszko defeated the Russian Nightmare Nikita Koloff in our last match. Can Gary Hart go 2-0? And can Al Perez defeat Sting? It was Al Perez who Sting defeated in the NWA TV title tournament on April 30th in Philadelphia to win the TV title. Can Perez get a measure of revenge? Of course, we saw last week in that tag team match as Sting and Lex Luger defeated Al Perez and Ric Flair with Sting, who made Perez, well, he actually pinned Perez after that sharpshooter. So the momentum heavily on the side of the World TV Champion Sting. Can he continue that tonight here at Clash of the Champions? And Perez not waiting for the bell to ring, attacking Sting from behind. And you have to imagine that this is at the instructions of one Gary Hart. Al Perez currently having his way with the World Television Champion. Big clothesline takes down Sting. Perez going to work on the leg of Sting. The bell has not rung. This match is not official. And Perez has a TV title. And he's attacking Sting with the title. Has the bell rung? And Perez takes down the referee. Sting is going to win this match by disqualification. And Perez has totally lost control of the situation here. This match is over before it even began. And Sting is going to retain, but I know Sting. He's a fighting champion. He doesn't want to retain his title like this. Oh, fans, we'll be back with more Clash of the Champions after this quick timeout. And welcome back to Clash of the Champions. We are mere moments away from finding out who, and that is the younger brother of Rick Steiner. That is Scott Steiner.
And is for the Non-Stop Wrestling.
Scott Steiner, the newest member of the Varsity Club.
Team Championship.
And Kevin Sullivan taking himself out of this match. I have heard some great things about this youngster. And maybe this surprise will catch Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard off balance, but Scott Steiner, the newest member of the Varsity Club, and he and his older brother Rick have an opportunity here to win the NWA World Tag Team Championship. That will not be an easy task, as Tully and Arn are World Tag Team Champions for a reason, but what a surprise here at Clash of the Champions.
J. Dillon, at a combined weight of 529 pounds, they are the Non-Stop Wrestling Alliance World Tag Team Champions.
Arn and Tully making their way to the ring. They look confident. I don't think they look bothered by the fact that Scott Steiner is going to be in the ring opposite them in this matchup. But I've heard some great things about this youngster, Scott Steiner. And what a way to make a debut here in the National Wrestling Alliance than putting him right in the World Tag Team title match here, live on Clash of the Champions. Let's send it back to the ring announcer. And that is what we're fighting for, the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Rick Steiner and Kevin Sullivan won a first contenders match when they defeated the Powers of Pain. That match was mostly controlled. In fact, the whole match was Rick Steiner. And we thought that that was going to cause some tensions between these two men, between Rick Steiner and Kevin Sullivan, that is. But then, entering the arena tonight, we found out that Kevin Sullivan told Rick that he was going to back out and let Rick choose his partner. And we've been saying for months now that Rick Steiner wanted to bring a member of the Varsity Club in. And it's quite apparent that that member is Scott Steiner's younger brother. And here we are at Clash of the Champions. And Scott Steiner in control, working the leg of Tully Blanchard. And a beautiful drop kick by Scott Steiner takes down Tully. Scott Steiner now in control, picks up Tully. And now takes him to his corner, rams him head first into the top turnbuckle. We're seeing tag here on the part of the Steiners. Throws Tully into the ropes. And a double shoulder block takes down Tully Blanchard. Now Rick going to work on the arm of Tully Blanchard. And the Varsity Club in control. Rick goes for the cover. Will we have new champions? 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Tully. Gonna have to do more than that to put away the Four Horsemen as Tully makes a tag as Rick Steiner prematurely celebrating. And Anderson has Rick up and drops him head first into that top turnbuckle. Will that be enough to put away the Varsity Club? 1, and a kick out of 1 by Rick Steiner. Rick sweeps the leg. We saw that earlier tonight in that matchup with Nikita Koloff and Larry Zbyszko. Anderson now has Rick, and using that top rope to his advantage, has a count of 5, choking out the challenger Rick Steiner. And a beautiful maneuver. And Anderson now in control. The Four Horsemen slowing down the pace of this match. Anderson makes a tag, and here comes Tully back into the ring. And Tully going right back to work on Rick Steiner with a beautiful suplex, taking a page out of the book of Rick Steiner, who's known for many variations of the suplex. Tully goes for the cover. Will that be enough? No. A kick out of 1 by Rick Steiner. So Kevin Sullivan giving Rick Steiner, he's giving him enough leeway here. Rick can pull off a coup with his brother Scott, and they can win the World Tag Team Championship. But one has to wonder, if they fall short of winning the tag team titles here, what does that mean for Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, and the Varsity Club? Of course, earlier tonight, our opening contest saw Captain Mike and Dr. Death lose the U.S. Tag Team Championships to the Midnight Express. As Anderson goes for a cover on top of Rick. Kick out at 1 by Rick Steiner. And now Anderson back in control. He's too busy taunting to the fans here in Miami. He needs to stay on top of Rick, who's getting back to his feet. Can Rick make a tag? No, Anderson cuts him off. And now Anderson has a beautiful suplex. Up and over goes Rick Steiner. Tag, here comes Tully back into the ring. Tully going right back to work where Arn left off. Big right hand, another right hand, third right hand blocked by Rick. Steiner now has Tully, takes him to his corner, rams him head first into the top turnbuckle, makes a tag. Here comes Scott. Nice double team work here on the part of Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner, and a beautiful suplex by Scott Steiner takes over Tully Blanchard. And now snaps the neck of Tully. And Scott Steiner goes for the cover. Will we have new champions? 1 and a kick out at 1 by Tully. Another tag. Here comes Rick Steiner, the dog-faced gremlin, back into the ring, the older brother. And Rick Steiner going to work, and a kick to the midsection on Tully. Has now Tully up on the shoulders. And he drapes Tully across the top rope. Drops a leg across the throat. Is that enough to put away Tully? But no, we won't know because Steiner showboating to the crowd here in Miami. Makes a tag. And here comes Scott back in the ring. Frequent tags on the part of the Varsity Club. Oh, and Scott walked right into an uppercut forearm by Tully. Tully now has Scott in another beautiful maneuver. Powerbomb. Goes for the cover. Will they retain? 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Scott Steiner. And that almost put away the Varsity Club. As Tully with a big boot to the head. That has to be all. But Scott back to his feet. Tully has him up in a suplex down to the mat. Now Tully lines up a knee drop across the head. And I think Scott has been, yes he has. He's been busted open, but Tully makes a tag. As Scott eyes down Tully. Has Anderson setting him up for a suplex. And a suplex pile driver. What a maneuver. And Scott goes over, makes a tag, and here comes Rick. Anderson's not moving. Rick now going to work on the neck and head of Arn Anderson, slams him down to the mat. And Rick says, that's enough, that's it. Makes a tag, and here comes Scott. Are we on the verge of having new World Tag Team Champions? Anderson with a big clothesline takes down Scott Steiner. If we are on the verge of new champions, it's not going to happen yet. As Anderson working over Scott Steiner, but Steiner making a comeback. Has Anderson go behind, over belly to back overhead suplex. I can talk. And Scott now makes a tag, and here comes Rick. That belly head maneuver, here it comes! Belly to belly suplex! Anderson in trouble! Rick hooks a leg! Will we have new champions? 1, 2, and broken up by Tully! Now all 4 men in the ring. Rick Steiner has Tully up on his shoulders, and he power bombs him out to the outside floor! Anderson in trouble, Rick! With a swinging neck breaker takes over Anderson! Will we have new champions? Tully's on the outside! Can't break up a pinfall attempt. Instead, Rick makes a tag, and here comes Scott again. On a beautiful maneuver. Wait, what is this? Steiner going for a maneuver, caught by Anderson into a powerbomb. Nicely done. Hooks the leg. Will the champions retain? 1, and a kick out at 1 by Scott. I think Scott Steiner was going for that Hurricane Rana, and Anderson blocked it. And now he has Scott Steiner go for a DDT, blocked. And now Steiner goes for the cover. 1, 2, and broken up by Tully just in time. Man, what a match this is for the World Tag Team Championships. We thank you so much for joining us here, as Scott now has Arn Anderson, rams him head first into the top turnbuckle. And there it is! The Hurricane Rana! Will we have new champions? Hooks a leg! Scott Steiner on top. 1, 2, and 3! The Varsity Club have won the NWA World Tag Team Championships here at Clash of the Champions. What a match this was, and what a maneuver on the part of Kevin Sullivan to allow Rick to have his younger brother Scott become a member of the Varsity Club. And what I thought was going to be tensions and dysfunction amongst the Varsity Club, this unit is tighter than ever. And look at this maneuver. What a suplex pile driver. I thought it was all over there.
Here are your winners, the Varsity Club.
We have new World Tag Team Champions. We've already seen the crowning of new U.S. Tag Team Champions. Can Lex Luger defeat Barry Windham for the U.S. title? That match is next. Don't go away.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship.
Welcome back to Clash of the Champions. We have new United States Tag Team Champions. We have new World Tag Team Champions. We had controversy in the TV title match. We will hear more on that in the coming days. But the total package, Lex Luger making his way to the ring. He is challenging Barry Windham for the U.S. Heavyweight title. And he is looking for a measure of revenge against Barry Windham for Windham's part in taking out Luger in Chicago when Luger was scheduled to have a world title match against Ric Flair. Luger could not make that match. Dusty Rhodes took his place. He defeated Ric Flair for the world title. That rematch is our big main event here tonight, that following this match up here. And Luger wants his revenge, and I can't think of any better way to get it than to win the U.S. title from Barry Windham. The Horsemen already down the World Tag Team titles. As Scott Steiner makes his debut and is the newest member of the Varsity Club. And here comes the U.S. Heavyweight Champion Barry Windham. J.J. Dillon going to try to do everything in his power to maintain the U.S. and World Heavyweight title here tonight. Well, let me rephrase that. He's going to try and maintain the U.S. title and try to regain the World Heavyweight title. These two men, former friends, former allies, now bitter rivals. And it got personal that one night in Chicago. Let's head to ringside for the introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 289 pounds, the total package, Lex Luger. And introducing the champion from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing in at 274 pounds. He is the United States Champion, Barry Windham.
Barry Windham and Lex Luger, both no strangers to the state of Florida and the town of Miami. Former stomping grounds for both men as they made their rise up. And that is what we're fighting for, the U.S. Heavyweight title. And there's the bell, away we go. And Luger now starting work over Wyndham right away, not wasting any time. Has Wyndham up, and a Tommy drop. Down goes Wyndham. And Luger with a series of right hands to the forehead of Barry Windham. And another series of right hands, hammering away on Barry Windham. Luger trying to take out his revenge. Big chop, big kick. Has Windham up, scoop slam down to the mat. Windham in trouble, and Luger flexes to the masses here in Miami. What a hot start for the total package. Stomping away on the head of Barry Windham. Now Luger with a reverse chin lock. He has to watch out that maneuver. Dangerously close to the eyes. The referee's asking if Windham wants to submit. And JJ, I think, is beside himself, having a conniption at ringside. And Windham able to escape. And now Windham has Luger up. And a nice move by Barry Windham takes Luger up and over. And now Windham making the comeback. And Wyndham's climbing the top rope. He's perched high. He leaps. And an elbow drop off the top rope. Nails Lex Luger. Goes for the cover. Will Wyndham retain? 1, 2, and a kick out of 1.5, excuse me, by Lex Luger. And now Wyndham climbing the top rope again. He is not known for his high-flying skills. Luger getting back to his feet. Wyndham lets him. And Wyndham dives and misses a forearm off the top rope. Wyndham, though, still in control, takes down Luger, and now Wyndham is toying with Luger, and a slap to the back of the head. Wyndham adding insult to injury here to Lex Luger, now working the arm of the total package, and now snaps the neck of Luger. Nicely done by Barry Windham, but Luger trying to make a comeback. Walked into a big right hand, and now, and a beautiful suplex by Wyndham takes over Luger. This match, fast-paced action for the U.S. Heavyweight Title. Wyndham rolls over Luger, going for the cover. There's no way. 1, and a kick out of 1 by the package. Luger started fast and furious. Got his shots and power slam. Takes down Wyndham. Goes for the cover. Will we have a new U.S. champion? 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Wyndham. Barely. Oh, I thought we had a new U.S. champion there. Luger caught him out of nowhere. Could we see the torture rack? No! Luger setting up Wyndham for a power driver, spikes him down! He calls that the attitude adjustment! Will we have a new U.S. Heavyweight Champion? Lateral press hooks the leg. 1, 2, and 3! Luger wins the U.S. title! There's the power slam. I thought it was all over there. There's the attitude adjustment. That did it for Barry. There's the cover. 1, 2, and 3. And we have a new U.S. Heavyweight Champion.
New United States Champion. The total package. Lex Luger.
So we have new U.S. Tag Team Champions, new World Tag Team Champions, and a new U.S. Champion. Things may not be looking good for the American Dream. Will we have a new World Champion when Ric Flair challenges Dusty Rhodes? Don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. And welcome back to Clash of the Champions. It is now time for our big main event.
It is for the World Championship.
This is a rematch, Ric Flair's rematch. Of course, he lost the title just a few weeks ago in Chicago when a plan by the Horsemen backfired as he and Barry Windham attacked Lex Luger. But little did Ric Flair know that Dusty Rhodes was going to take the place of the total package. And it was Dusty Rhodes who got the victory over Ric Flair. Dusty Rhodes trying to avenge the loss last week of the U.S. Tag Team Championships with his partner Nikita Koloff, we saw here earlier tonight. At Ric Flair making his way into the ring like only the Nature Boy can. And he is looking to regain that World Heavyweight Championship. What a great night of wrestling we've had so far. We thank you so much for joining us here. And let's watch the entrance of the new World Heavyweight Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And the fans here in Miami rise. There's the World Heavyweight Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes, no stranger to this great state of Florida. Florida has been good to Dusty Rhodes. Will tonight be the same? A historic night here in the National Wrestling Alliance, as we have new United States Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express. We have new World Tag Team Champions, the Varsity Club. And of course, the debut of Scott Steiner as the newest member. Let's head to ringside for the introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Flair with a mixed response.
Champion from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 317 pounds, he is the World Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
And same with the American Dream. Both men have their fans. And Ric Flair looking to do what others have done tonight, which is make history. Dusty Rhodes looking to retain the World Heavyweight title. And if the results from our earlier matches, the title matches anyway, are any indication, this might be a long night for the American Dream as Flair reverses, takes down Dusty Rhodes, and Flair playing mind games with the American Dream in the very early going. Now Rhodes going to work on Flair. Has Flair up on the shoulders. Takes a Nature Boy and drops him head first into the top turnbuckle. Flair goes down. But Flair luring Dusty into a false sense of security, and then Dusty doing the same. These two men know each other so well. I expect a back and forth matchup. Dusty with a big uppercut, and down goes Flair. And Dusty climbing that second turnbuckle. He's winding up. The Dream leaps and misses with a knee drop off the second turnbuckle. But Dusty catches Flair, has him up. And a scoop slam draped across the top rope. Down goes Flair. Dusty looking to retain 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Flair. And now Flair making a comeback with a series of forearm shoulder block. Takes down the champ. Dusty has Flair. Rams him head first into the top turnbuckle. Flair now in trouble. Goes down and Dusty starts stomping a mud hole. Taking down Flair, and down goes Flair. Now Rhodes back in control. Has Flair right where he wants him with a series of left hands. Here it comes. The big right hand takes down Flair. Will Rhodes retain 1, 2, and no! A kick out of 2 by Flair. Rhodes eyeing up Flair, drops the elbow across the chest. That has to do it. 1, 2, and 3. No, a kick out at the last second by Flair. Rhodes with a crotch chop. Flair now trying to make a comeback, takes over Rhodes, and Flair back in this match. Flair now going to work. Drop kick takes down the American Dream. The champ is in trouble as Flair woos to the crowd here in Miami. Into the turnbuckle goes the champ. Big chop by Flair. Rhodes is in trouble. Flair picks up Rhodes, scoop slam down to the mat. Flair lining up Rhodes, climbing that second turnbuckle. We saw Dusty do this earlier, but Flair hits the knee across the head and is strutting and woos to the crowd again. And the American Dream is in trouble. Flair looking to regain the World Heavyweight Title. And Flair with a series of chops in the corner. Down goes Rhodes. And Flair staying on top of the World Heavyweight Champion. Flair wants to win this World Title. He wants it back. Rhodes throws Flair into the turnbuckle, misses with a kick. Back and forth action here at Clash of the Champions. We thank you so much for joining us. Inside Cradle. Flair has Rhodes pinned. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Rhodes. Up and over the top rope goes Rhodes. And a drop kick by Flair takes Rhodes down to the concrete floor. And Flair goes after Rhodes. He does not want to win this match by countout. He will not win the world title. And now these two men battling it out on the floor. Flair throws Rhodes headfirst into the guardrail. The champ is in trouble as Flair chops away. Flair gets Rhodes back into the ring. He's climbing the top rope. Flair has Rhodes lined up. He's letting Rhodes get back to his feet. What's he have in store here? Flair comes down with a big elbow to the top of the head. Goes for the cover. Lateral press 1. And a kick out of 1 by Rhodes. Flair again chopping away on the American Dream. And now Flair going to work on the leg. And this could be setting up the figure 4 leg lock. Flair with a drop kick takes down the American Dream. Flair now again working the leg of the American Dream. He is setting up for the figure 4 leg lock. But Rhodes blocks a kick by Flair. Rhodes has Flair go for a pile driver. Back body drop by Flair. Had it well scouted. And the American Dream holding that left leg. Flair now goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. No! Wait, Flair! I think Rhodes kicked out of that. Flair would not have let Rhodes up. Goes for the cover again. 1, and again, Dusty barely gets up. Flair now with a series of chops. Kick to the midsection. Flair can feel the world title coming back to him and the 4 Horsemen, who have had a rough night tonight. Flair chops. Dream in the corner. Down goes Rhodes. The World Heavyweight Champion is in trouble as Flair in control. And a big chop by the challenger sends the champion reeling. Flair now again going to work on the leg. Up and over, and Flair is in control. Flair is climbing the top rope again. What's he have in store here? Rhodes getting back to his feet. Flair, perched high, comes down. This time he misses. The Dream caught him. The champion back in control. Series of jabs. He scoots, he jives, he shimmies, and a big right hand takes down Flair. But Flair too close to the ropes. Rhodes pulls him to the center of the ring, goes for the cover. Will the champion retain? 1, 2, and no! A kick out of 2 by Flair. A back and forth match for the richest prize in the industry. The American Dream Dusty Rhodes, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, won that title 3 weeks ago in Chicago. And this is Ric Flair's rematch, and Flair takes down Rhodes. Here it comes. The figure 4 leg lock is locked in. And the American Dream makes it to the ropes, and that breaks a maneuver, but the damage may have been done. Flair lining up Rhodes, stomping away on the leg. And again, Flair working that leg. This match has been back and forth, but the last few minutes have been dominated by Ric Flair, who's not used to being the challenger. He takes down Rhodes again this time. The figure 4 leg lock is locked in again. Rhodes was able to escape the first time. Can Rhodes escape the second time? Flair really sinking it in. Look at the agony of pain on the face of Dusty Rhodes, the World Heavyweight Champion. Can he turn it over? Can he make it to the ropes? Can he escape? Flair has it locked in. Rhodes cannot make it to the ropes. He's trying desperately. Flair with everything he has, so Rhodes trying to turn it over, and he does! The American Dream reverses it, but the damage may have been done. Flair and Rhodes both back to their feet, and again, a big chop by Rhodes. This time, he seems to be woken up by Ric Flair. He's going for the cover. Will Rhodes retain? 1, 2, and 3. No, a kick out again by Flair. What a match this is for the World Heavyweight Championship. And a DDT takes down Flair. Rhodes now going for the cover. Flair too close to the ropes. Rhodes pulls Flair to the center of the ring. He's lining them up again and an elbow drop. Goes for the cover. 1. And a kick out of 1 by Flair. I think the time that Dusty took to roll Flair to the center of the ring gave Flair a chance to recover. Now Rhodes on the second turnbuckle. He's lining up Flair. What's he have in store? He leaves crossbody caught by Flair. Flair caught him. Scoop slam. Down to the mat goes Rhodes. And now Flair chomping. Goes for the cover. Rhodes makes it to the ropes. What a match this is for the World Heavyweight Championship. The richest prize in our industry. Flair takes down Rhodes with a short clothesline, and the champion in trouble. But the champion trying to make a comeback. Has Flair. Russian leg sweep, down goes Flair. Rhodes now on top with a series of big right hands, and Flair has been busted open. And what's this? Rhodes distracted by a noise in the entranceway, and the fans are ringside of what's going on? The fans are motioning. That's Nikita Koloff. He has a chair. Nikita with a chair nails Dusty across the skull. Nikita slides out of the ring. The referee didn't see a thing. Nikita, the partner of Dusty, knows Flair's on top. 2 and 3. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion. I don't believe it. The Nature Boy Ric Flair. And there's the replay right there, Nikita. I guess the decision has been made. Nikita's been at a struggle with himself for the last few weeks. Between his Uncle Ivan and between his partner and friend Dusty Rhodes.
Champion, the Nature Boy.
Oh my gosh, there's so much to digest here. But Nikita Koloff has cost his tag team partner and friend Dusty Rhodes the World Heavyweight Championship. Fans, we thank you so much for tuning in to Clash of the Champions Miami Mayhem. We will see you next time.